time for our final corner of Monday morning. I think it's perfect to have this segment on Mondays because I don't know about you, I tend to eat a little bit more on the weekends. Well, let's see what we're doing right or wrong. And our latest topic for Health Matters, we have Shine in the studio. Good morning.
Good morning, Catherine.
How was your weekend?
I moved.
Oh, you did?
Not too far from Haeundae to Gwangalli.
Okay.
And you know how moving stresses you out.
Oh, yeah.
So,
definitely.
I didn't have like time to cook home cooked meal because everything was a mess.
Right,
so
right.
I was eating a lot of kimbap and chicken.
Did you have like, isn't it like, I heard in Korea, like when you move, you're supposed to have jjajangmyeon or jjajangmyeon or something like that. That's like a tradition. That's what I was told.
Yeah.
None of that?
My family is not a big fan of jjajangmyeon.
Oh, okay.
We had chicken instead.
Oh, I remember when I first moved to Korea, because I mean, we had boxes galore from the States. I mean, yeah, like a whole container. And like we had jjajangmyeon for a week. Because that was the only thing that was stuck on my new apartment. Like, the little delivery number?
Yeah.
That was the only one, and I didn't know anybody else. So I was like, I guess we're having Chinese food, like, for 7 days. But anyhow, I hope you make a good transition.
Yeah.
So what are we talking about today?
Today, I'm going to talk about what to eat before and after your workout.
Mm-hmm.
And, now the weather is getting warmer, supposed to be, and people are trying to run more and exercise, and there are better ways to eat something before and after workout. So, yes, tune in and listen.
Yeah, actually, on my way to work today, I saw 3 people, like, in separate places. They weren't running together, but they were, like, in shorts. And they were, like, getting the morning exercise. It was, like, completely dark. And I was like, wow.
Were they foreigners?
No. They were Korean. And from what I could tell, I think they're Korean. They looked Asian. And one was a female, a woman, and 2 were men, right? They were all, like, in different places. And I was just like, wow, you're wearing shorts already. It's like, to me, I'm like, whoa, that's kind of cool. But anyhow, what kind of nutritious food or, nutrients do we need?
Generally, we need carbohydrate the most because I'm talking about before exercising because it gives your body energy to perform. But it shouldn't be too heavy or too close to your training time because your stomach will get upset and you will feel bloated. So I recommend finishing your meal at least 2 hours before training or having a pre-workout snack at least an hour before training.
Okay. So what should we be eating to get, the good carbs, the carbs that we need, the right carbs?
Well, it depends on your training intensity and duration. If you're training more than 1 hour and you sweat a lot, for example, long distance running, cycling or hiking that takes about 2 hours or more, you need to have a mix of complex and simple carbs so that the release of energy during your workout is slow and steady throughout your routine.
Okay.
So I like peanut butter and banana on a slice of whole wheat bread. It's light enough to digest, but nutritious.
Okay.
It's delicious too. For those training for a race, long distance race, bananas are perfect in raising potassium levels,
right?
Which drop when you sweat a lot. Or how about a smoothie with your preferred fruits and some low-fat milk or yogurt? Will be good as well.
That sounds really good. I love that homemade yogurt. I have it all the time. Well, is there anything that we should avoid? Foods we shouldn't eat for like a pre-workout food?
Anything heavy or hard to digest will disturb your training.
Right.
Personally, when I had 돼지국밥 or any kind of like heavy jjigae or salty soup, I felt so drained and heavy to exercise and sleepy too.
Right, I was going to say food coma, right?
And sodium retains water and that's why it makes your body feel heavy.
Yes.
So stay away from the traditional Korean jjigae or salty food before exercising. And also fried or fatty food takes longer to digest. So I well, you shouldn't really be eating fried or fatty food if
Anyway,
you're training, right?
I was going to say, so you shouldn't be having that fried chicken right before you work out, huh?
Yeah.
Well, what about after training?
Well, after training, refuel your body within 30 to 45 minutes to provide the necessary nutrients to restore your hard-working muscles and rehydrate your body.
Oh.
So recovery meal or snack should be combination of carbs and protein because protein is vital to muscle recovery and growth. So you must eat enough lean protein after training.
Right. So if you could give us like a more specific foods, kind of like a breakdown, that would be great.
So some ideal food will be grilled chicken breast and steamed potatoes or grilled salmon, like baked sweet potatoes combination, or a quick Korean style meal. I do this sometimes when I don't have time. Will be brown rice. It could be instant if you don't have brown rice, and a tuna can.
Oh, yeah, that sounds
that's
good.
a good mixture of some carbohydrates and protein. And for a quick snack, how about 2 hard-boiled eggs and a banana?
Oh.
Or any other type of fruits will be fine. And for vegetarians, how about a big bowl of salad with quinoa, lentils, tofu, and tomatoes? You can mix
that sounds good.
all this like protein-dense grain and some vegetables or fruits.
Ah, well, those are some great options. I mean, we're not just talking about the typical like only chicken breast, right? You can have baked potatoes. And speaking of which, my mom. She has an oven in her home. I don't have an oven, so I visited her yesterday, and then she had some roasted sweet potatoes.
It's really yummy.
Oh, so delicious. And I asked her, I'm like, did you put some syrup on it? It's so sweet. She goes, no, it's all natural. So I had like half a sweet potato, and I was already full, so I barely ate dinner. So definitely. What about for people who are trying not to eat after workout, maybe to lose weight? Is this effective?
If you don't eat at all after workout, especially like after more than 1 hour of intense training, well, you may lose lots of weight in the beginning. But you may not see the continued progress as the muscle growth slows down because you're not replenishing your body with enough nutrients. And, fat burns more efficiently with muscles. So in the long run, it's not good for your health and you may not see the progress. So I recommend, especially if you're training hard.
Yes.
I recommend you eat enough nutrients even if you are trying to lose weight.
Ah, okay. So even if you're trying to lose weight, I guess starving after a workout is not a great deal. Not a good idea if you're trying to do it for the long term. Well, what about any consideration in regards to like post-training food? Any other things that we might want to kind of keep in mind?
Yeah. Well, however, if you're trying to lose weight, do not overeat post-workout.
After sometimes you work out, you kind of tell yourself, I worked out so hard, I'm going to reward myself.
I want.
Yeah, not true. Don't do it.
No. Some people drink like protein shake or energy bars. But if you're not training hard enough to compensate those calorie-dense supplements,
yes,
well, you will experience not only muscle growth but fat expansion at the same time.
Ah, so you have to be really careful. People think like those protein shakes and energy bars are like they have. If you look at how many calories there are, if you read,
they're very
high in calorie
dense.
Right. And there's a right way to use those kind of supplements and a wrong way, right?
Yeah, I'm not a big fan of those supplements because I prefer like natural and healthy,
like real food. Yeah,
real food. But so unless you're training for like a bodybuilding competition or if you're like unless you're athletes, I don't really recommend those foods. They're not healthy for your body, period.
Okay. Well, anything else that you want to add real quick before we go?
Yes. And then also, if you want to gain muscle weight, on the other hand, a lot of guys want this.
Yes.
Try to refuel yourself right after training with simple carbs.
Such as
like chocolate milk or orange juice.
Oh, okay.
To kind of like minimize the muscle loss. and after that, eat post-workout meal within an hour.
Within an hour,
Yes.
got it.
A lot of guys that want to gain muscle will really work out hard, like lifting so heavy and all
Right.
that. But they forget to kind of refuel their body enough.
Okay.
That's why it's hard to gain muscle weight in that way. So this is like totally opposite way from trying to lose weight. So yeah. If
Okay.
you try this way, maybe you will experience gaining muscle more efficiently.
Very cool. And by the way, we just started this like last week, but if you have any like content or questions or maybe a topic that you want Shine to cover, let us know. Send us a text message and we'll pass that on to her and we will try to include it in our program. All right. Thank you, Shine. We'll talk to you again next week.
Okay, bye-bye.